Well, hello to everyone. Welcome, welcome. My name is Katina Barnes. I am one of the assistant directors here for Monarch Internship and Co-op Office. Today, we're going to be talking about internship resources for our graduate students. So welcome to all of the graduate students who are here today, and as well to those who will join us a little bit later as you may watch the recording. So I want to just give a little bit of information before we jump into the services provided by Monarch Internship and Co-op Office. I have been here with ODU for almost 2 years now. Our office is brand new. I bring you knowledge and expertise from Water Community College, where I worked there for a little over 9 years, have a background in community development, um, counseling, and nonprofit. I tell you all of that because I am very passionate about work-based learning internship experiences. I have had 5 internships, all of them amazing. Um, I say this all the time to students who I talk with. My internships are responsible for me where I am today for my professional career. So I'm very passionate about internships. So just want to share that with you as we dive into the services that are provided by the Monarch Internship and Co-op Office. And we call it MICO for short. Okay. So what do we do? I'm so glad that you asked. We are responsible for work-based learning placements. That's all that we do, nothing but work-based learning. Work-based learning can consist of those internships, co-ops, apprenticeships, fellowships, clinicals. There's several names for work-based learning, but it's an opportunity for the student to take from what they're learning in their classes and their courses and be able to take that information into real world experiences. Okay. We also support our students in finding those, again, those placements that fall align with their career goals. So today, if you have any questions about what is your next step into your journey towards your career, you're in the right place. In order for us to properly connect our students to work-based learning, we also establish partnerships and relationships with our employers here in the Hampton Roads area, as well as beyond. We provide services to all students, whether they are undergraduate, graduate, degree seeking, non-degree seeking, doesn't matter. We have 6,000 students in our ODU Global program. So that means we have to establish relationships not only here in Hampton Roads, but all around. Additionally, we provide transcript recognition. We'll talk a little bit more about what that is as we go through this presentation, but it's an opportunity for you to recognize on your transcript what you've done in the real world in terms of work-based learning. We also offer professional development. So every student that we come in contact with may be ready to go out and do their internship, but they may not be prepared. So we will provide professional development to make sure that our students are ready for the competition. We have so excited about this, but in terms of professional development, we want to make sure that our students are physically prepared for their internship. We have the Monarch Professional Attire Wardrobe, short, we call it the Paul. It's like the Paul, the Monarch Paul. But that is an opportunity for us to provide our students with attire, professional attire. Professional attire doesn't always look like the suit, the three-piece suit. It can be a lab coat. It can be a safety jacket. It can be steel-toe boots. So we have these items readily available for those students who may be in need of those things. We also are the home of the Monarch Way. Our office oversee the Monarch Way here in Web Center, and it's our entrepreneurial hub where our students who are business owners can sell their product here on campus. If you have not visited the Monarch Way, we encourage you to stop by. There's some pretty unique pieces um, in there. So if you need a gift, a birthday gift, or whatever it may be, we encourage you to stop by the Monarch Way. And last but certainly not least, we process our CPT. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we go on through this presentation. So those are the things that the Monarch internship and co-op office provide for all students here on campus. Again, I'm so glad that you're here. If you're physically here or you'll be watching this later on, I'm glad you are taking the time to get ahead and be prepared for your professional development. Graduate students, I know I've had that opportunity to be a graduate student before, and I know that graduate students are a little bit unique. You all are wearing multiple hats. Many of you are working full-time jobs. Your parents, you are caretakers, whatever it may be. I'm glad that you took the time to learn about the services that we provide and how we can support your professional journey. So I have mentioned this terminology of work-based learning, right? For many of you, if you've never heard of what that is, again, it is the opportunity to take what you are learning in your classes and be able to go out into the real world and apply that in a professional setting. This work experience that you are gaining is valuable to your development and your practical skills. You're going to contribute to your industry of your choice. So whether you are engineering, whether it's leadership, whether it's marketing, doesn't matter. This is a benefit towards your career development. I love this particular statistic. It's 66.4% of interns are offered a full-time job upon an internship completion. So when we're talking about an internship, you want to treat it as a job because this could very well be the job that you have after this experience is over. And let's be honest, that's the number one goal while we're here, right? You are looking to step into not just a job, but your career. So one of the benefits, again, of work-based learning is work experience. Okay, you gain experience, you boost up your resume. And I know from experience, I was working full time, but I still had the opportunity to uh, carve in some time to do an internship. It is a lot, but it's beneficial. And as I've said, it has helped me to get where I am today. So another benefit of work-based learning is networking. That's a huge word. A lot of people are uncomfortable with networking, but it definitely helps to build your professional relationships. Here on campus, there are a number of networking opportunities that you can partake in. Whenever you see these advertised, I strongly encourage you to step into this space, sometimes a little uncomfortable, but it gives you the practice that you're going to need. um, it also helps to obtain mentorship from professionals who are in the field. So if you are, I'll use myself as an example. I actually, as I said, my background is community service, community building, and counseling. So I have my undergraduate degrees in social work. And my one of my instructors would always say, so if you want to be a social worker, you need to find where social workers hang out. So I would go to networking events sponsored, and hosted for social workers. And I was able to obtain a mentor. And these are individuals who are already working in the field. So this is some of those tools that you need to help build your professional development. So networking is a benefit of work-based learning. Career preparation. Again, let's be honest, we all are here, right, for the purpose of expanding your career. So career preparation, exploring your career interests and confirming your career choices. So yes, I may know that I want to advance in engineering, but just quite not sure what specific area of engineering. Work-based learning can help you to narrow that down, right? There are several avenues that you can go in engineering. So being open to an internship, an assistantship in with civil engineering, that may give you some insight into what you may like or what you may not like. Um, Career preparation improves your chances of securing a full-time job. Paid interns are 32% more likely to be offered a full-time job and receive on average more 15,000 to 20,000 more just because they have done an internship, a paid internship. Okay. So that career preparation is another benefit of work-based learning. So although you are in your graduate studies, you're working full time, you have a family, you may have an opportunity to do some things in your, social extracurricular activities. You definitely would like to include in there an internship. Okay, I know it's just another thing to do, but it's going to set you apart. It's going to set you in the right direction of your career. Okay. So, as we talk about the benefits of work-based learning, we know what work-based learning is. Let's see, are you ready for that internship? So, these are just a few things that I want to point out to make sure you're ready to go out and obtain that internship. So the first item, do you have your professional documents in order? When I say professional documents, the first thing that I'm referring to is your resume. Do you have an updated resume? Does your resume have your relevant coursework, the research that you've done? Maybe there's some projects and experiences that you've gained from on campus. All of that should be displayed, documented on your resume to show your employer. If your resume needs some help, our friends over at the Center for Career and Leadership Development, they can help you with resume review. They can help you with formatting and content. So I strongly, strongly encourage you to reach out to their career coach. The link here is in the presentation. I do understand that this will be shared with you, but you can, excuse me, reach out to career coach at odu.edu. And this is again, the Center for Career and Leadership Development. Those are our friends down the hall. Do you have a cover letter? I have students ask me every day, Miss Barnes, do I need a cover letter? Absolutely. There may be a time in the internship announcement where it asks for a cover letter, or maybe it doesn't ask for a cover letter. We strongly encourage that you do provide a cover letter. A cover letter can provide the employer with specific information. I'm not sure if you attended the career and internship fair last week, but when talking to employers, they shared with me they count on cover letters to give them a little bit more meat, a little bit more information about the student and what the student is looking to gain from the experience. So I strongly encourage the cover letter. Do you have a portfolio if it's applicable? Um, our office strongly encourages our students to do an e-portfolio. This is another visual way for employers to see who you are and to set yourself apart. Being a graduate student, again, you're wearing multiple hats. So finding ways to set yourself apart um, and visually show your projects or research and professional work that you've done will be helpful in obtaining that internship. The second item I would say, do you have ready? Academic and professional items. So are you academically sound? Are you in good standing? Does the internship require a minimum GPA? Some internships will tell you we're looking for a GPA, a minimum of 3.5 or 2.5, whatever it may be. So do you require Do you meet those requirements? Um, Oftentimes with graduate students, you'll see in the announcements, does it align, you may have some work that you've done that aligns, some relevant coursework that may align with the position. It will tell you that. Letters of recommendation. I could do a whole workshop on this, but your letter of recommendation, do not wait to the last minute to ask your instructors, your advisors. You want to go ahead and get that information now. Our instructors, our advisors, again, they wear multiple hats too, right? So it may take them time to provide you with a letter of recommendation. So go ahead, get that info, start gathering that now so that when you're ready to apply for an internship, you have that readily available. Okay. So those are some tangible things that you want to make sure that you have. Resume, okay, cover letter, a portfolio. Are you in good academic standing? Do you have relevant coursework displayed that matches the internship that you are applying for? Okay. Here again, are you ready when it comes to networking? Do you have a strategy for networking and applying the information? Um, Again, use your professional networks. If you have not set up a LinkedIn yet, I want you to stop right now after this workshop and set up a LinkedIn account. I've heard from multiple students, I don't want to people in my business or it's just too much to do. Well, LinkedIn, we have heard from employers that LinkedIn is their way. It's their way of finding out about a professional etiquette, acumen that a student has. So you want to post a professional picture, okay? Not the picture of you in the mall or at the beach, right? This is a professional picture, okay? You want to connect with alum who may work at a company that you're interested. You want to connect with recruiters from a particular company that you may be interested in. So really try to expand your professional network on LinkedIn. Okay. Um, your research, do your research in your industry, understanding organizations and the trends that we're seeing in your particular field. Okay, that is important. Have you done that? Do you know the lingo? Do you know the verbiage that and the trends that are that we're seeing? Okay, it's important because that may come up in your interview. All right. Speaking of interview, are you ready for an interview? Our office, we will provide mock interviews. I had a student this morning to come in and tell me, Miss Barnes, I have another interview. Can we do another mock interview? Absolutely. Interviewing can be a skill. And the more you do it, the more practice that you have, the better you become, the more comfortable you feel. So practice with questions, practice with someone who you trust. In fact, again, our office, we do provide mock interviews for you. Okay. When it comes to interview readiness, you also want to make sure that you're knowledgeable of the organization. Okay. I always ask this question when talking to students. Is there a dream job or a dream company that you would like to work for? Well, have you done your research? What's their mission, what's their approach, their projects that they have excuse me, that they have completed. You want to do your research on the company before you have that interview or try to land that interview. Okay. Logistical considerations. So this is important, especially for my grad students, because we're managing multiple things, right? So does your program require a 4 credit internship? Okay. You want to find that out. If not, what other recognition or credit is out there? Okay. You want to ask the question. You want to ask someone in your program, your advisor. Our office can also help you with that. Um, some internships offer stipends. Some internships may require external funding. Excuse me. You want to know all of that. Are you a person, does it have to be paid? Will you be maybe downsizing to a part-time job from your full-time job to do your internship. So yes, you need a supplement, right? So you really want to ensure that you think about these things before heading out to land that internship. Work authorization. Are you eligible to work here? This is more so for my international students. Do you have what you need, the paperwork, the approvals for an internship? And last and certainly not least, housing, transportation. Um, I used this example. We had a student last summer to obtain an internship with BMW in their engineering department. Well, the student lives in some part of Maryland. Well, how was he going to get to South Carolina for the internship? And where's it going to stay? So we had to assess and we found lodging at another higher ed institution in South Carolina. Um, the company did not provide any accommodation, so we had to do the research, help him do the research. So you want to consider that. Are you willing to travel? Do you have the means? Do you have a family? Can you leave the family? These are the things that you want to think, the logistical things you want to think about before applying for an internship. Okay, so I've given you a lot of things. So professional documents, do you have your documents ready? Are you academically sound? Can you academically, do an internship right now? Okay. Are you ready? Do you have your coursework and skills and letters of recommendation? Do you have all those things in order? Are you ready to network and do you have a strategy? And are you interview ready? Fifth, logistical considerations. Can you financially be able to do this internship at this particular place? Okay. That was a lot to take in. Let's keep moving. All right, understanding the difference between zero credit and our non-credit bearing. I talked a little bit about that, but in our office, we have the privilege of overseeing our Grad 668 and our UNIV 068. I do apologize for this picture, but it's two classes. So if you're a graduate student, it would be Grad 668, and my undergraduates are Grad 68. Okay. But what this is a zero credit course. When I say zero credit, no tuition bill. So you don't pay anything for this course. Okay. Um, it's transcript recognition. So when you have an internship, you would enroll in Grad 668. And at the end of the semester, your internship experience will be placed on your transcript. And we know that our transcripts are forever, right? So it will live there and you will always have proof of that. It is a requirement that you complete 50 hours, a minimum of 50 hours, a minimum of 50 hours for this to be constituted as a quality work-based learning opportunity. You can enroll at any time. So if you are a student right now and you are in an internship or some form of experiential learning and you would like to obtain some internship recognition, you can enroll in Grad 668 right now. You would just need to contact our office. We would send you the paperwork, you sign it, send it back to us. That's it. Okay. Um, there are a few things that you would need to do for the course, not hard at all. The first item would be to meet with someone in our office. We meet with our students face to face. We can meet with our students virtually. The meetings usually 15, 20, 30, no more than 30 minutes. At the minimum, they can go longer, but they don't have to go longer. But you would meet with someone in our office. You would submit your internship offer letter. So whatever you've received that says you've been accepted to this internship, you would show us that. You can complete an e-portfolio, which we strongly, strongly recommend, or you can just complete just a one pager, just giving us an assessment about your internship experience at the end. And then we ask that you complete an exit survey. And we also have the employer to complete an exit survey as well. That's it. Okay. So again, internship recognition. You can enroll anytime. And this really is for those students who have majors that don't require internships for graduation, where it's credit bearing. Okay, so no credit, no tuition. And then on the other hand, we know that our credit bearing internships, those credit bearing internships are, it counts towards your degree. Most credit bearing internships have required hours. So the credit hours may range from 1 to 12 credits. So you're looking at 50 hours all the way up to 400 hours. It just depends on your major. Okay. For some of those courses, you have to be a senior, junior, or a senior to enroll. But again, this is for a small, specific, majors. And just like other credit bearing courses, there are typically other academic assignments, reflections, presentations, research in order to receive the grade. So the major difference here from credit bearing and non-credit bearing is the letter grade. Okay. The non-credit zero credit course that I just referenced, the Grad 668, it's pass or fail. Okay. Um, you must, of course, meet the work hour requirements, academic requirements, and there is a tuition bill for that. You have to pay for the course. So just wanted to show that there are two different recognition routes that you could take for your internship. All right. Wanted to throw this in there just as a recommendation. When in doubt, ask. Okay, just ask. Reach out to faculty. Reach out. Our office, we're here. If we don't have the answer for you or can't answer for you, we can help facilitate that process to your faculty members. Okay, don't wait till the last minute. Okay, just ODU is very resourceful. So when in doubt, just open up your mouthpiece and just find out what you need to do because we want you to be successful. So for many of my students, I see, in fact, I saw two today who are graduating in less than 60 days. So for those of you who may be graduating less than 60 days, I wanted to put this slide in there. If you're graduating less than 60 days, you really are looking for employment, right? You're at the end of your academic journey and you're really looking for employment. So we encourage you to reach out to the Center for Career and Leadership Development, their career placement. I have Kevin Maturi's name, Dr. Kevin Maturi. He focuses on and supports all of our graduate students. This individual, Kevin, Dr. Maturi, is in the Center for Career and Leadership Development. There are our friends down the hall, okay? You can also explore post-graduation internships. Oftentimes, you have employers who will offer post graduation internships. And these internships are for individuals that, still just need some experience because they may not have experience in their particular industry. You would want to reach out to those employers specifically and to ask. Maybe they don't have an announcement on LinkedIn, reach out to an employer to ask, do you have post-graduation internships? Okay. Another item that for the toolbox, you want to consider micro internships. If you have not heard of micro internships, these are short-term remote internship that you can quickly do. So if you're wondering, well, why would I do that? Because you want to gain experience, right? We have a platform called Parker Dewey, and it is a great resource for last minute opportunities for you to gain experience. I use this example. We just came off of spring break, right? So during spring break, this could have been an ample opportunity to do a remote internship to boost your knowledge, experience, and to boost and make your resume look great. And of course, looking for full-time jobs. Okay. Less than 60 days, we are looking for a job. We are looking to establish that career. Okay. Many companies are hiring new graduates. So go ahead and begin that search. So I just want to reiterate a few things. These are 5 tips for finding an internship quickly. Okay. Some of this I may have already indicated, but your search for internship opportunities across legitimate websites. There are several platforms out there. You have LinkedIn, you have Indeed, you have Monster. There's several of them, right? You want to make sure that you are on legitimate sites and that the announcements, the positions that you see are legitimate positions. Okay. Set your expectations. Do not expect to apply and just send 1 or 2 emails and be successful. I read something recently that says you have to apply to 11 to 15 internships per day to land an internship. Remember, we're not the only graduates here, right? There are tons of graduates. We're all competing for our career. So you want to make sure that you're setting yourself apart and making sure your internship search is across legitimate websites. And don't be afraid to reach out directly to the company, the employer. Okay. Understand the key differences between paid and unpaid internships. I remember when I was a graduate student, I was working full time. I was a wife. I was a mother. I was very busy in my church and in my social life. I needed to get paid. So if this is you, make sure that you're looking for internships that are paid. Okay. Um, there are a variety of ways that employers can pay. Some employers may provide a one-time or twice stipend. Sometimes they can offer every other week. It just depends. So those are the kinds of things that you want to ask when you are in the interview. If it is a paid internship, how do you pay? Okay. Another tip, internships that lead toward a full-time job preferred. For my graduate students, absolutely. Right. We're not here to play. We are looking to get our career established, right? So what kind of job are you looking for? What types of environments are you looking for? I know that we want experience, but you want to also think about your future. Is this a company that I can be here for long term? Okay. So think about that. Using your professional network. I can't say enough about this. Your professional network matters to find your internship. Do you have an elevator pitch ready? You should have an elevator pitch ready to go at the drop of a hat. Okay. You never know who you will see in the halls of ODU. Okay. So you want to be ready to provide that elevator pitch. That's something that we can help you with. That's something that our friends at CCLD can help you with as well. Reach out to your professors. Many of our professors are working in your industry. So those are your professional networks. Our alum, we have a great alumni association. We can reach out to our alum, okay? They're industry professionals that can provide referrals. Um, Post on LinkedIn. I can't talk enough about your LinkedIn account. Make sure that your LinkedIn account is superb, it's up to par, it has your projects, your research on it. Um, and let people know on LinkedIn that professionals know that you're looking for an internship, looking for a job. Okay. And of course, last but certainly not least, the 5th tip is to make an appointment with us. To make an appointment with us, I'll talk about that in just a second. But next steps, your resume. Reach out to your faculty of record to see if you need a credit internship for graduation. Sign up for Parker Dewey. The link is here. Okay. Begin networking, applying for positions. Use your LinkedIn to your advantage. Make an appointment with us. Okay. To make an appointment with us, you can go to our webpage. Our email is internship, no S, internship at odu.edu. Okay. I I put these resources here. Again, this will be shared with you. I won't go over this, but these are just some resources that we share with our students that we see. Again, these are just more tools to add to your toolbox. Okay. So this will be shared with you. For my international students, we just wanted you to know that it is important to know that it takes 10 business days to approve your application. Okay. So once we receive the request, it's 10 business days. Excuse me. Make sure you plan ahead. If you're starting an internship on Monday, we need 10 business days before that start date to approve your application. Okay. And these are just a sample of a few internships for graduate students that are out there right now. Okay. The National Science Foundation, the Center for Disease Control, and American Express. These are just a few. Again, this presentation will be shared with you so you can check these out. But again, graduate students, there are opportunities out there. If an announcement doesn't say, and normally it will say this, this particular opportunity is for undergrad students or grad students. You see that, and it says grad students, apply. Okay. We have established relationships with over 500 employers. And we have employers that will say we are looking for a specific grad students. So we have some of these opportunities that we can share with you in our office as well.